my name's Olivia Slavov, and I am a current junior at West Forsyth High School. I've been competing in DECA since my freshman year of high school. In freshman year, I competed in the Hospitality and Tourism Principles event, and last year I competed in the Hotel and Lodging Management event. I received first place at state conference in Hotel and Lodging Management, and I was a top performer at ICBC. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a sample roleplay that can be found on DECA.org and be giving you some tips and tricks to help you better perform your own roleplay.
Just for clarification, I'm going to be playing the judge in this roleplay.
Hi, I'm Olivia Slavov, the Director of Revenue Management here. It's nice to see you today. I understand you wanted me to establish pricing strategies to maximize booking next season at our hotel, the Inn at the Canyon. Okay, so the problem we have here is that for the past 3 years, we've had 100% occupancy in peak seasons and 75% occupancy in non-peak seasons, so you would like me to change the prices, and I have some strategies here to do that. So what I'm going to be going over today is the function of pricing in the hospitality and tourism industry, the factors that affect price, online reservations and how customers can make them, and the difference between advanced deposits and prepaid reservations. So first I'm going to be talking about pricing, the function of it. It's one of the 4 elements of the marketing mix, as you probably know: product, price, place, and promotion. And price basically represents the value of the good or service, or the perceived value of the good or service, and it ensures competition in the economy. And so, as you know, we have a high perceived value based on our demand by our customers, and we have a very good location near the national park, and we are known for our rustic charm, which none of our competition has. So because of this ensures us to raise the prices. And the purpose of pricing is to maximize profit while still satisfying the customer's needs. So once again, given this and our history of demand, I believe we can raise the prices substantially, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about that. The function of price in the hospitality and tourism industry. Price is dynamic in the hotel industry, which means it changes based on conditions, which makes sense because hotels are a want, not a need, and vacations are also. So people aren't necessarily going to go on vacation when they don't have enough money to do so. They're going to be focusing on their needs, such as food, first. So this is why pricing is very important in our industry. We need to be able to change it responding to things like competitors or natural disasters. People aren't going to want to come to the Grand Canyon if there's some sort of natural disaster here. Price is a reflection of supply and demand, and I actually have a little chart right here that shows that. As you can see, as supply goes up and demand goes down, the price goes up. Pricing is based on our personal service and attributes that we can offer that are different from others. So we try to focus a lot on personal service here, and we also are very different from other hotels. We only have 100 rooms with 2 queen beds, so we're very small compared to the brand stores, and we have brand hotels, and we have a lot of rustic charm. It also depends on peak season. As you know, certain times where vacation, like spring break or summer vacation, families are going to more often want to come here, and also depending on the weather, the families won't often want to come here during winter time. And it also depends on time of purchase. So if they buy something in advance, we can charge them less because it gives us advance notice of when we need to book the rooms. And during these times that we can price more, it's when the target market is willing to price more. So we need to do research on our target market. Is this making sense so far?
Yeah, I think these are some great ideas.
So now we're going to be talking about some factors affecting price and how we can use that in our hotel. So I've conducted a lot of research and done several analyses on the hotel industry and factors affecting us personally. So the first one I did is a SWOT analysis, and this is our strengths, our weaknesses as a business, and our opportunities, what we can do to grow, and our threats. And based on this, I think we can definitely increase pricing a substantial amount. I also conducted a past analysis for external factors. This included political factors like government action, because usually when there might be limits on travel to a certain state or country, so that would affect the hotel industry. Luckily, there's no limits right now, so that's very good for us. Also, I looked at economic factors. When the economy is good, like you can see in this graph, when we are in a recession, for example, a lot of people aren't going to want to travel because it's when people are spending less and they're making less money, so obviously travel is not a priority on their needs. But however, right now we are in the expansion stage of the economic cycle, so people are spending more and willing to travel more. And also social factors, these would include trends. Right now, traveling to national parks is a very big trend, and a lot of people want to do that with their families or even just as a couple. And the last factor would be technology. That would be what the T would stand for. So based on all these factors, once again, I think we can definitely raise prices because all these factors look good for us. Prices are also dependent on supply and demand. As you know, we have a very high demand based on our past 3 years and our 100% occupancy during peak seasons. So based on this, we can definitely increase prices, and we have a low supply during our peak seasons, so that means we can raise prices more. In terms of competitors, that can also impact pricing. Personally, our hotel has a unique selling proposition. There's no other hotel like us in the area, so we don't necessarily need to price ourselves based on our competitors, so we can probably price ourselves higher than other chain hotels because we have a unique factor that we can offer to our customers. Also, expenses would work into the pricing, but because we are increasing prices and not lessening prices, that does not affect us at this point. And there are different strategies that companies use for pricing. Ours is demand-oriented, so we are looking at what the customers want and what they need. So for the past month, I've done customer surveys and asking them what prices they'll be willing to pay. And based on that, I have some new prices that you wanted me to decide. So for the non-peak season, which is currently September to May, I would like to change that, I would like to change the peak months to June through October based on the research that you have showed me previously. But the non-peak season is currently $129 during weekdays, and I want to raise that by 20% to $155. I believe this will reflect our demand, and it's $149 on weekends. I would like to raise that to $180. And during the peak seasons, it's currently $229 during the weekday. I would like to raise that to about 22%. So I'd like to raise that to $260, and it's currently $249 on weekends, and I would like to raise that to about $290. What do you think about these prices so far?
Well, I think those are really good, especially talking about all the factors affecting price. I think those are good numbers.
Yeah, okay, that's good. And then you'd also like me to create new peak season months, see if they're good. I would say June through October are good peak season months. Those are when the weather is good around the Grand Canyon and people are on vacation with their families. So I think that's a good thing. And I think that these prices can definitely go into effect the first of next month. That's when the new season starts. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, good. So you also wanted me to talk about how customers can make online reservations. They can make them through our website or our app. It makes it a more streamlined process for us. And another way customers like to make online reservations is through third-party sites, such as Trivago or Hotels.com. To do these, we often sell the hotel rooms at bulk to them, and they offer a discount to the customers. I want to try to get them to do it more through our website, so this way we can offer incentives to get them to do it more through our website. And so you also wanted me to talk about advanced deposits and prepaid reservations and whether we should offer a discount for prepaid reservations. So advanced deposits are when the price is the customers pay the price upfront equal to a one-night stay ahead of their stay. And prepaid reservation is when the amount is paid in full ahead of their stay. While both are very good for us as a business, I think that we should definitely offer a discount with the prepaid reservation of about 10%, I was thinking, because this ensures that we still get the money if they cancel and that we still get compensated if they cancel and we can't make the money any other way. We should advertise this discount on our website, and in addition, based on research, guests are booking very far in advance for hotels of national parks, so we need to start advertising this now. That's my plan currently. Do you have any questions for me? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I have a few questions. So, the first thing that I'm going to ask you is why do hotel prices fluctuate?
Like I said before, hotel prices can fluctuate based on many external factors or internal factors, mainly external though, because it's based on a want, not a need. So people aren't going to want to travel right away. They'll only travel when they have extra money at hand. So economic factors will play into this. If people are out of a job, they're obviously not going to want to go on vacation. And weather factors can play into this. If there is a big natural disaster, people aren't going to want to go to that area for a while.
Okay, and then if the new prices still lead to 100% occupancy, should we adjust the strategy again next year?
I think definitely yes. We can reevaluate our strategy and do some more research on how we can change the prices in the future.
Okay, and the last question I have is if we receive a last minute cancellation, do we offer the vacant room at a discounted price or at the set room rate?
I think it depends on the season that we are in. In non-peak season, I think yes, we should offer it at a discounted price, but in peak season, we already have such a high demand that there will be people willing to pay the normal price for a last minute reservation.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I have for you.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, today I'm going to be explaining some tips on role plays and how you can improve them. These are tips that I use in all of my role plays, and these can be very specific to the event, but they also apply to any role play event that you do. So my first tip is try to be able to relate to the role play. I do this by I like to travel a lot, and my event is hotel and lodging management, so I obviously stay in a lot of hotels and such, so I can kind of relate to the role play if I know the scenario and I have been in that scenario before. I can kind of see what I would do in that scenario. And even if you can't relate to the role play, if you take an interest in it, it still helps out a lot. My second tip is remember to smile. I like to put a little reminder on my note sheet often, or in the middle of where I'm going to be presenting, because often when I'm talking, I can forget to smile and be enthusiastic about it. My third one is use an organization technique that works for you. For me, they are these tents. Freshman year, I did use a chart, divider chart, and then I started using these tents sophomore year, and I liked them better, but obviously everybody has different tastes, and what works for one person may not work for another. So try out different techniques. If you search up DECA roleplay organization tips, that can work out really well, and you can see all those tips online. My other one is know buzzwords in your field of your subject. So I like to know vocabulary within the hotel and lodging industry. So if I mention them, the judge is often very impressed. And also I like to research on my industry. So if I go to a hotel, I kind of pay attention to how they run things there. My other one is don't get too nervous. If you mess up, it's not a huge deal. The judge understands. And don't let it mess up the rest of your presentation. At my Regents presentation, I forgot what the T meant in the pest analysis. So I kind of just sat there for 15 seconds, but then I moved on from that, and I still did really well on my presentation. Another one is film yourself. That can be very important when practicing because you can see things that you may not see otherwise. For me, I tend to use my hands a lot when doing presentations, so that can help you fix those things. And my number one tip is practice. After enough role plays, you'll start seeing a pattern in the organization, so you'll just have to fill in the blanks depending on what role play you have with the same concepts. And if you practice with others who are maybe not in your event, you can see what tips they use and how to better improve your own role play. So that's all the tips I have for today. These are tips that I use in my role plays, and I hope you can use them in yours.